I'm doing it. I'm starting a YouTube. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Flaxman. I am a freelance creative. I have From Above Images, which is a landscape and print business, and I have Flax Media House, which is a commercial photo video. Anyway, so that is that. I'm just gonna keep this thing really raw until I can actually put more time into it. Ooh, okay, so the other week a print order came in and it was for delivery, but it's not too far up the coast. So instead of shipping it and then risking, you know, breakage and all that sort of stuff, I'm just gonna drive it up there, drop it off. So that's what I'm about to do. So let's load it up. Let's load it up. All right. So, oof, it's no good. There we go, that's better. Then that's the one we're gonna drop off. So this one, it's called Float. Let's go. I gotta lock this bad boy up. Alright, let's go. How good is this? Yeah, I just dropped off that print and thought I'd just check the surf. A bit overcast today, but look where I am. What a magical spot. Oh my goodness, how's the view? I'm gonna go get my photo camera. I mean, this is a photo camera, but like, this is a photo camera, but you know, I'm actually just using it for video. Oh. Anyway, I've gotta get through all this. I think that's just one of the things I love about what I do, the fact that no matter the weather, there's always something to look at or like something to try and capture. Like, it really just comes down to your own motivation, you know. If you're looking for a creative passage, then you'll find it. It's just, I feel like it ends up being an excuse, you know. Oh, the weather wasn't very good, so I didn't get anything, you know. Cool. I just love finding unique places I haven't like been to, or I've been here a bunch, but I've never actually stood right here. And so I love it when you accidentally find a spot. I'm not sure if you can see, but like right at the end here, right at the end of the jetty, there's like a little, I'm not sure what it is that's sticking up, but it just looks like a guy sitting there fishing or something. Every time I look up I think, oh, there's a guy on the end of the jetty, but there's not. It was fun. Oh, that was fun. It's always fun finding nice little corners you've never been. So like when I planned to come up here, I was hoping that the weather would be nicer, and it was a bit overcast today, and still is a little bit overcast. The sun's starting to pop out. I'm probably in the dark here because I'm backlit, but yeah, there's a few fun waves around. Like I probably should have brought my board, I just didn't have enough space for it. Anyway, can't really surf anyway. I gotta get back, I got stuff to do, you know, all that. On the way back there's this American style burger joint that I love, so quick pit stop. Alright, time to roll. I've got so much editing to do. Ooh, I'm in the dark. Yeah, just gonna go do a quick surf check. There's a couple of spots I like to check the surf from because you get a bit of a nice vantage point, a bit of a nice view, and you get to see the waves. So let's go have a look. See if there's something floating around. daily is actually the R6 Mark III, and my lens that kind of never comes off is more or less this the RF 24 to 70 2.8. I have this thing. I think this is the first RF lens I bought, and I've never regretted it. I mean, I'd love the 24 to 105 2.8. That'd be amazing. But this thing, paired with this thing, incredible. I mean, what have we got here? R6 Mark III. What is it, like a 34 megapixel image, 7K open gate. Not that I use 7K very often, but open gate's nice if you ever need it. But you know, like this, just the 4K and the codecs, like the XF AVC. There's a few different options there. It's a really great hybrid camera. This is probably my favorite feature of the whole thing. Just this switch here, like this. I don't know if you can hear it. Just this little guy here. Just that photo video switch, and it just clicks photo, video. This is the ultimate hybrid, I reckon. I've had the R5C for a while, and the image out of the R5C I think is better, but this is a close second, and the functionality I think for this outweighs that image. I mean, if I had to make a choice and image quality was everything, I would 100% use the R5C, but for function, you just can't beat the R6 III or like the R6V, or probably even the R5 Mark II is probably also way up there in that hybrid space that's really suitable for that creation. You know, a person looking to create in both worlds, photo and video. But anyway, just in case you want to know, this is what I'm running. I have a half cage on. This actually is a half cage for the R5C. It fits on the R6 kind of only just. It's made by Small Rig. And sadly, the R6 Mark II cage, which is currently on the camera I'm filming right now, the 2 cage doesn't fit on the 3. It actually fits, but you just can't open the card door because the R6 III has a CF Express and SD, whereas the 6.2 that I'm on here has 2 SDs. Anyway, little camera review there. I don't know, that little popped out, but I'm actually here to check the surf, and I usually like to do that holding the camera because, well, the camera is like a telescope. I can zoom in closer and inspect, you know, stuff. So anyway, let's have a little gander. So there's a local artist that has a installation down here on the beach that I've just found. It's completely made out of debris found on the beach. So it's made of driftwood and bark and all that sort of stuff's pretty epic, actually. I just love that sort of stuff. Like, it's a natural art installation. About to roll, and then now there's some like dolphins out there, so I'm gonna go get those. How cool! Came back from an adventure and my paper has arrived. I've actually been waiting for this. I had an order that I wanted to print. Oh, a bit on today. So today we're going to go do a menu shoot for a local restaurant, and then I've got to shoot down to Canon So I got to go into Canon today and we're going to shoot some stuff. I'm actually a couple of days at Canon, so I'll take you along, but I've got to pack up, get a bit of gear, bring a bit of gear with me, so you know, so let's do that. The less glamorous part. It's all in here. Man, I could really do with a grip truck because this is chaos. But anyway, I've tried to stack it in a certain way, so I've got all my lights up there. Cameras are over there because they can come out that door. Stands are on this side. So for my first job, I need a flash, a stand, modifier. So that's on top. And then when I head down, all this is probably going to come out. Hopefully not. Let's just see what we do. But I like to do a little bit of a last minute check, make sure I've got everything I need. So like cameras, lights, stands, chargers, batteries, laptop if you need it, which you probably do. Generally what I like to do is run over the brief, you know, like make sure that you've got for every scene something that you think you might need for that. So like if you were needing like a light tube or something that you might want to add a bit of detail to a certain section, make sure you got one of those or whatever. But if you had a grip truck, all this stuff would just live in there kind of. But I do have a studio, so I like to keep it in there. And then, yeah, anyway. So one thing I forgot to mention is these two big boxes behind me. So I had some paper delivered. Swing in and get some more paper too, so I've got to take this paper back. Whole big thing. Not really a big thing, just part of life, you know? That's what it is. Anyway, so I nearly forgot that. Got everything set up, and I'm just waiting for the kitchen to get some food ready. Might shoot some drinks before that, but anyway. Anyway, so we're all done. That's all done, packed up. Oh, it's a truck off. Anyway, so on my way to Canon now. All right, that's all done. Time to roll.
Good afternoon, welcome to Canon.
Done a bit of a pre-light. We're doing a bit of a piece on printers, and yeah, got the scene all ready because we're shooting it. We're actually shooting it tomorrow. So all I've got is a 2-foot grid, another 2-foot grid. We've got this. This is like the key. So the key with this one is I'm trying to make it not fall onto the background, because any excess light that hits that background will bleed the red out. So we're trying to have a bit of red. Otherwise you'd have to, you know, run like a red paper or paint the cyc red or something. So we're just keeping it a bit of a low light, and this is running on auto, so it's like pumps it up, you know. But yeah, so we do pre-light, so then tomorrow when we roll in, it's just ready to go. How good? In the halls of Canon. So much fun. How cool is this? So let's have all these, like, you know, things they've done with, you know, different things. Obviously we got like the Red Bull diving, cliff diving, we've got big cliff diving, it's pretty sick. And then it's just, you know, and then maybe tomorrow we'll go in there if they let me. out, so we've moved spaces. We're now in the print room. We're just getting the scene set up. Oh, coming to the light. There we go. Yeah, so we're just getting this set up. I got a big lantern here, and then like another square softbox, and then we've got like a key, like a hairline over there. Alright, well that is a wrap for today with Canon. Back here on Monday. Didn't get to do the tour just yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. But it's a wrap. So back home, dump all that. Ooh, it was a bit... Ooh, what a week. Yeah, so today, just in the office today, I actually got to shoot some stuff in the studio. I got to run a print off, so I had to go get some paper. Let's get this thing fired up and run something off. Yeah, so I'm just going to take the top roll off, and I'm going to put this one on the top because I like to have the big rolls on all the time. Like, I don't like to take them off. So at the moment I've got patina on, and I want to put on this metallic. Before I take the roll out, I like to print this little barcode on. So it's one of the great things about Canon printers is you can just print. So what this barcode does, it tells me the paper type, how many meters are left, and then when I load that into the printer, it just automatically knows how long. So if I go to print something and I don't have enough paper, it'll say, hey, I don't have enough paper. So anyway, that's what I'm doing right now. So right now I'm just telling the printer I want to take the paper out. So what it'll do, it'll just print a little strip on there, and then it'll unroll it, we'll take it out, and we'll swap it out. That's the annoying thing about new paper is I've got to do this whole process. So, just been, oh hang on, any sunnies on the inside. I just went to my local bakery, get a little bit of something to eat for lunch. I've actually just been sitting in my office all day, just editing, printing, anyway. Drove past the ocean. It's looking mint. So anyway, might go down, take you guys for a little adventure, might go get some shots. See, the water clarity's like real good. So, let's zip her up. How about that magpie? Didn't seem to care at all. Let's see if I can sample a couple of cool shots. Finally got GPS. Takes kind of a bit of a while. Aircraft pitch. Yeah, anyway, we're good. Here we go. That was harder than it needed to be. Oh, it's windy out there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, it's real windy out there. I gotta shoot this stuff. Here it is. Now, if you've never shot tethered before, I love it. And I guarantee you, if you shoot it if you shoot tethered, you will too. Obviously, each to their own. Like sometimes, hang on, I'm just going to close this side of things because I keep looking at the screen on the side, and not the camera. Now, if you've never tethered before, what tethering means is when you take a photo on your camera and you're tethered, it comes straight into your laptop or whatever device you're plugged into. You can actually tether to an iPad. You can tether to a desktop. It's really essentially it's a USB cord, but they make specific ones. So like this one here is super duper long, and also it doesn't actually transmit power. So a lot of USB cords, they transmit power, and then that could actually cause you problems in your tether. Plus this one's made by Tether Tools, not sponsored. I just happen to have a Tether Tools one. If you want to send me a cable to try out, go for your life. But this one's a Tether Tools. It's long, it doesn't conduct power, and it has these like bricks all the way through, which are supposedly like a data booster, so it boosts the data. All that happens is I step on them and it feels like I've broken something because they like fold over. This one has all white all over it because this is all over my floor in the studio. So anyway, but yeah, so if you've never shot tethered, it'll change your life. I absolutely love it. Obviously, sometimes you can't shoot tethered because of different circumstances, but hey, if you can, you should. Also, I actually need to change cameras because I like to tether with this camera. This is the R6 Mark III, and currently it's not supported in Lightroom, so I have to use the Mark II, which fantastic camera, but that's the camera I've been using for my talking. Shooting this brand, they're called Noggin. They make like a helmet hat, so just shooting this as an econ. Now, if you're using Lightroom, which, you know, whatever, maybe you are, maybe you're not. If you're using Capture, you probably know how to tether already because that is designed more for that. But anyway, so if you are using Lightroom Classic, which is the desktop version, not the mobile, I'm assuming the mobile is the same, but I don't use it, so I don't know. So what I do is open Lightroom, I go File, and I go down to Tethered Capture, and I start Tethered Capture. Now it's going to come up with session name. I lead in with my name always, because when you deliver a product, like deliver an image, like doesn't matter, an image is a product, whether it's, you know, you're selling an actual physical product or your work is your product. I feel it should always have your name on it, right? Like, so you should always start with your name and then, sorry, the phone's ringing. Start with your name, then it'll be something like Noggin, because this is the brand is Noggin, and then I'd do the date, and then it would have the file extension. And then the beauty of tethering is that actually the files come in with the name on the file. So, you know, if you've ever shot with a camera, which maybe if you've watched in this, you probably have, you'll know that the numbers go up sequentially, right? So it's like 100, 101, 102. So if you take 5,000 photos and you've never taken a photo before on that camera, it'll start at 0 and it'll go up to 5,000. Then after that, it'll be 5,001, 2, 3. And then what happens is it gets to a certain number and then it starts over again. So you'll end up with the same file name on multiple images. So if you go to do a search for a file, you know, you're looking for 0028, there might be 6 of those because your card's done a full cycle. Anyway, that's the beauty of tethering. So what happens is it's always unique. It's a unique name because you burnt that into the file. All right, so here we go. So take a photo of the hat, bang, here it is. It comes straight in on the lappy. Obviously that's not lit very well, but that's the concept. So the beauty of this is you can have your treatment built in. So if you kind of use the same look over and over, it's great for being tethered because the image actually comes in sort of edited. So, you know, you could edit it more if you want, whatever. I just wanted to say edited it. But essentially you can get your look on it. So, you know, if you're a long-term photographer, you generally start with the same look over and over because this is what you like. And so that's one of the things I love is when you're shooting portraits, people get to see the image with the treatment that you're planning to use. Like obviously you're gonna modify it, you know, each image has to have its own flavor, but at the same time, you usually generally, well, I mean, I do. I start with a similar base and then I work from there. And yeah, I just think it's nice. I think it's nice to be able to see the files as they come in on like a nice screen. Obviously it's, you can't do that when you're standing on the beach in the sand, well, unless you have like, your tripod with a case and that. But if you're just shooting, at a venue or in a studio or somewhere that's pretty easy to manage that sort of flow, I tell you won't regret a tether. Anyway, I digress. I'll bring it around and show you, but we're actually not bad with just even one. So, because one light does add a bit of contrast. What I might do is get I'm bringing in another light, and I'll have that light sort of come in from behind, but also light up the wall or like the white, because we want it to have like a white backdrop, so like stark white. And if you don't have that, if you don't have sort of this wall with this light here bright, it'll fade away and turn grey. Like this here is lighting this up, and it's lighting up quite well and creating a bit of contrast. When you're trying to shoot product, using it in more of a low light setting actually is a bit easier, because if everything's really bright, so say you're shooting just bright everything, then to overpower that bright, you've really got to bring in a lot of light. But when the light is low, so even though the studio is quite bright, generally, if you close it off or whatever, and you keep it in a bit of a low light, well, it's actually easier to light the product because you don't need to bring in as much light to affect the image. So me, I like to keep it pretty simple. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring in like a little panel. So I've got this little LED panel. I'm going to bring that in and see if that fills up the background how we want. So what I was trying to say is it's not always about how big and powerful your light is, like we see all these videos of, people using like 1200s and they're out the window and they're shooting in the window light. And I mean, I have a 300 that I put out the window all the time on jobs and stuff, and works great. But obviously if it's beaming daylight, that's not gonna work out because, you got to fight the day. So anyway, this is just a small little panel. This one's RGB, so it can be any color, but we're just going to shoot this all at 5600, which is 5600 is your daylight. It's your daylight temperature. So, I don't know. Like I don't run any of my cameras in auto white balance, and that's actually not true. That one, when I'm running YouTube, I just let it be auto because I can't see what the camera's doing. But anyway, not the point. But yeah, so this one is just going to run at, we're going to put it on power. So we're at 5600, this is currently 26%. We'll turn that up. And what I want to do, I want to hit the backdrop, like I want to hit the back wall more than anything else. That's where we're at. It's actually pretty good. We've got pretty stark white backdrop. The product has contrast. Yeah, the thing I really enjoy about being tethered is that you can actually run the camera from your laptop. So I can change all the settings right here. And then yeah, so we just tether it along. Check if it's in focus. Go live. So we can go to live and we can tell it what parts we want it to focus on. We have completed the ecom shoot. This is got the helmets. We're all tethered, I've got all the data, so this is the helmet by itself, shot on this guy. This is the R6 Mark II, purely because I can't tether with the R6 III in Lightroom. That is a week in the life as a creative, a freelance creative. So if you like that and you made it all the way to here, perhaps you might want to like and subscribe. Drop a comment, tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like. And I'll update that in the next one, but I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.